Imagine losing money every fortnight simply because you didn't know the rules had changed. Right now, millions of Australian pensioners are sitting on outdated information about their Centerlink payments, and that gap could be costing them hundreds of dollars every single month. If you or someone you love is on the age pension, disability support pension, or carer payment, what you're about to hear in the next few minutes could change how much money lands in your bank account. Stay with me, because Centerlink just rolled out some of the biggest updates we've seen in years, and if you miss these details, you could be leaving free government money on the table. Welcome back to Aussie Benift, the channel where we break down everything you need to know about pensions, payments, and government support in plain, simple English. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss an update that could affect your income. Today we're diving deep into the 2026 Centrelink pension changes that every single pensioner across Australia needs to understand. From higher payment rates to new income and asset thresholds, and even changes to deeming rates, there's a lot happening this year, and Services Australia isn't always great at making sure everyone hears about it in time. So before we get started, if you find this video helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button. It genuinely helps this channel grow and helps more pensioners across the country find this information when they need it most. Now let's get into exactly what's changed and how it affects your pocket. Let's start with the headline news. From the 20th of March 2026, Centerlink applied its regular indexation update, and this brought a noticeable boost to pension payments across the board. Single pensioners receiving the full rate of the age pension, disability support pension, or carer payment saw their fortnightly payment rise by $22.20, pushing the total single rate up to $1,200.90 per fortnight. For couples, each partner received an increase of $16.70, bringing their individual rate up to $905.20 per fortnight. When you add that up over a full year, that's thousands of extra dollars flowing into the pockets of Australian retirees compared to previous rates. This increase isn't something you need to apply for. If you're already receiving these payments, the boost happens automatically, straight into your account, no paperwork required. But the changes don't stop at the base rate. The income test thresholds also moved upward, which is fantastic news if you're still earning a little extra income on the side or through part-time work. For single pensioners, the income cutoff point increased to $2,619.80 per fortnight, up from the previous limit. That means you can now earn more before your pension gets reduced or cut off entirely. For couples, the combined income threshold rose to $4,000.80 per fortnight. This is a big deal for pensioners who work casually or run a small side business, because it gives you more breathing room without risking your payments. Now let's talk about assets, because this is where a lot of pensioners have been missing out without even realizing it. The asset test limits were also indexed upward in March. If you're a single homeowner, you can now hold up to $722,000 in assessable assets and still qualify for at least a part pension. That's an increase of $7,500 compared to before. Couple homeowners can now hold combined assets of $1,085,000, an increase of $11,000. If you don't own your home, the thresholds are even higher, sitting at $980,000 for singles and $1,343,000 for couples combined. Here's why this matters so much. Thousands of Australians who were previously told they didn't qualify for any pension at all because their assets sat just above the old limit may now suddenly be eligible for a part pension under these new, higher thresholds. If you were knocked back before, now is the time to check again, because your circumstances may have changed even if you did nothing differently. Deeming rates also shifted this year, and this affects how your financial assets like savings and investments are assessed for the income test. As of March, the first $64,200 of your financial assets for singles, or $106,200 for couples combined, is deemed to earn 1.25%. Anything above that threshold is deemed to earn a higher rate of 3.25%. This deeming calculation matters because it determines how much of your savings and investments count as income for the purposes of your pension, regardless of what those assets are actually earning in real life. If you have significant savings, it's worth reviewing how this affects your overall payment. There's also good news buried in these updates for pensioners who want to keep working. The work bonus scheme continues to let eligible pensioners earn extra income from employment without it affecting their pension rate as harshly as regular income would. This is especially useful if you're semi-retired but still picking up shifts here and there, because it means you can top up your income without immediately losing pension dollars. On top of all this, remember that even a small part pension entitlement can unlock access to the pensioner concession card, which opens the door to discounts on medications, utilities, public transport, and council rates. So even if the pension amount itself seems small, the flow-on benefits can add up to real savings across the year. Looking ahead, the next round of indexation is scheduled for September this year, so these numbers will likely shift again. Centerlink reviews and adjusts these rates twice a year based on cost of living data, so what applies today may not be exactly the same in 6 months. So there you have it, the full breakdown of what's changed with Centerlink pensions in 2026 and how it could directly impact your fortnightly payments. My honest advice, don't assume you already know where you stand. If you were previously told you didn't qualify, or if your income and assets are close to these new thresholds, it's worth checking your eligibility again through Centerlink directly, because the rules have genuinely shifted in favor of more pensioners this year. If this video helped clear things up for you, please hit that like button, subscribe to Aussie Benift for more updates like this one, and turn on notifications so you're always the first to know when Centerlink makes another move. Drop a comment below and let me know if you were affected by these changes, or if you have questions about your own situation. I read every single comment. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.